mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam on the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a cave back, 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets they fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Or 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I ain't no crazy man. Ball hard, can't face man. Chop up, rip man. This what happen when you give it a taste, man. You give it a wasteland.
I'm waiting on Lauren Taylor. Really want to play him. All that shit talking he done. Fuck Lauren Taylor.
This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Men in them baggins, I'm all in my bag.
Alright, man, where's the dude at?
Now the cutie, I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like now. When she was on in case we was on roll like tigers. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag,
Let me see if he's back online. Yeah, he is.
I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef.
We usually do the Rams. Got a 3-0 record with the Packers, so I'm gonna keep riding this way. Play at 8:30.
And bring all your girlfriends, girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl
why you got booted again?
Car moving
Fuck wrong with his PS4?
Bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed.
We want back ends, wipe my sins.
Wipe my sins.
They can't win,
Hey, hey.
no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, champion. We want back ends, wipe my sins. Wipe it, they can't win, no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, yeah. Wake up, the cake up.
Uh-oh, but play low and tell now.
We don't want to bite down on you right now, on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Where the right flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxes, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with this man on the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback, niggas on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins. They can't win, no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, champion. We want back ends, wipe my sins. Wipe it, they can't win, no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the play with the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the
this is
they got the
Tay.
10. Going for long, on 1st and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or
it's getting
excuses, we gotta
Tay.
win. They say they sleep, must not
More
be
and tell, we playing more and tell now. Oh, what the fuck is offense? I don't play that shit.
I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends, wipe my sins. They can't win, no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, champion. We want back ends, wipe my sins. Wipe it, they can't win, no new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, yeah.
Let me see if one of my friends I might add down.
ain't selling folk. They will watch you give a I live today rapping back, catching them back with they catching back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here. Let's play for the win. Let's go get it. High formation. 28 sweeps. Blue 14. Watch left.
We to the mat, Atlanta hat cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stun till you up that jewelry and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah, for the love of the bankroll. Keep it busy. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody want to hear about it. You got problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I put another day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If the one thing I want, then it can't go by. Trying to put city wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top till I move over. Modern day Tupac in a new hover. Know that now come with us and down. We dodging steady ducking clown. We chasing meals so we can put that down. Top, but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all over happy now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real, what veteran. What academy. He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner. You from around here thinking sweet. You got the wrong idea. Get left out there. Tell them so.
Alright, we gotta play smart this game.
Music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you act stupid. Get locked up and get back to it. Yeah. Trap music all black, get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some rats by the morning, I had a sister by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats kicked me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Trevor Davis now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
That's good. I need to see who the fuck we got. I know we got him. Huh? What? What is this nigga doing? I won. Fuck it.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, can't make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs.
Last game of the day, man. Play 2 games. Don't leave it like that. I'll be playing too many games. I need to start this. Exposing my offense to everybody. What is my name, man?
She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the dance chart with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, it I done there every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Spieth at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
All right, this is what we want to do. We want to play smart.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Run game is kind of messed up now, so ain't no fast speed runs, big breaks.
Here we go. Hey, two.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
He doing the kick it to the down.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Do what I do best. Let me see how he set his defense up. That's bullshit on that pass, though.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh, well, shit. Go play your game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Okay.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play.
Damn,
like their stars.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left. This is caught at the 20. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point.
What the hell? So play smart. That one touchdown doesn't do.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
He jumped, and motherfucker went to a main glitch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
So
back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. Bryant has him. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Breeze. Out left side here to Bryant. And he gets it down to the 32. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
That's how
Mike Daniels in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
I like this move up there.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
So
the last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Damn, we ain't getting no yards.
Hurry up.
Damn, that DN stretched kind of far.
Hey, 88. Box it.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
Oh my God, why did I do that? I said the same thing. The safety is stretched too far.
That'll be a safety.
That's
stupid.
stupid.
You know the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
Damn.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Bryant. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
36.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards.
Down show, but do that fake shit, click it up, bullshit, and the zone man is still staying in zone instead of just going to man because it's nobody there.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
100 years.
Now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Make it back. Y'all better make it back on the motherfucker Wildcat.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go, come on.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I can hit the blast right now between 63 and 65, but...
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Remember, you run the ball, right? Don't play scared. Fuck it.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Crosby puts it through, and they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
Take that.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Breeze. 20. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Can't run that.
Mark Ingram, 49 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just keep the extra point winds up successful.
That shit was easy. They're wide open.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
So far, they
58 to go in this first half of play.
Good thing I got that.
We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Here we go. 1-9.
Damn.
Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Given 30 yards there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Oh, why did?
Man, come on, man. Here for a good little game.
Don't complain, just play Madden.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
2 WildCat touchdown.
Randall Cobb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Crosby on now to kick it away.
You should have stayed in the man. Fall out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A running back, the same play. That tight end.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Breeze to throw on second down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Changing topics here for just a second to look ahead to our Thanksgiving slate. You got Chicago and Detroit early, but then, of course, Dallas late, and it's a rivalry game. They host Washington.
Yeah, and how great is that we're going to get that one on Thanksgiving, because they've given us some memorable ones throughout the years. And it's always interesting to hear just how intense this rivalry is, even in today's NFL. I've talked to guys who have played for both Dallas and Washington, and they always say it's such a struggle when they hear they have to go to the other team. No matter what the circumstances, that's the one team that you don't want to go play for. And they always say it's very strange to put on that other uniform.
Whoever wins that game, the turkey will taste a lot better in the locker room after.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Touchdown.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
I wish I could switch it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Like turn it to the other side. They can only do that in franchise mode or whatever mode.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Look at this shit, man. Why he kick?
It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. Now the Packers get set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
I guess everybody been crying about the stretch.
I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looking like a good corn on a cow.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety that can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas.
Man, what the hell he
and
did?
he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
Look at him, man. He just sitting there.
They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Breeze. Flush to his right.
That's fake.
And Bryant's got it over the middle.
Should have known that was coming something
really
back
nice
in the middle,
pickup
man.
of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Breeze again.
Good shit to the running back.
He's got it to Ingram.
Come on. Why is the cover 3 man going across the post?
Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutzel looked to add the extra point.
Post, the deep man going with the post.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Cornerback going with the post.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
I bet I was just man blitzing.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
It's definitely the wrong play.
On 3rd down, Rodgers.
Why you do it? That's not him. That's not
man. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and his guys are going to take over
at
the 39-yard line.
Not the tight end.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Man.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's pathetic. Get him to a field goal, Green Bay.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Clay Matthews in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Throwing now is Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give him the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Guard. man. Why he
limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Spin.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Spin.
He's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Oh, no.
Back to throw.
No, why he did the blitz with the play action? Play action, man.
What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right.
Rodgers.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Rodgers.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Rodgers.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Rodgers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. His way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
He's going to get it running right. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout.
Right there.
That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I tried to shoot up the middle, man. He grabbed me through the line.
He's been here before. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Crosby puts it through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Back to throw, Breeze. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On second down, it's Jones.
What the fuck?
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. They can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Here we go. 58. Jumbo.
Pump the ball, y'all.
Hey, check 26.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Got a man. It's a side end, Lance Kendricks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. White 90.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Randall Cobb on the breakaway. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see.
Now talk that shit, y'all.
Not only did I get 4 quarters
talk that
in
shit.
this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Talk that shit.
Trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But
Packers real live in the motherfucker.
Where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off.
I'm talking about.
What a game.
166 from that
So
damn
that'll do
ground.
it for us. For Charles
166
Davis and our
Wildcat.
crew, I'm Brandon Garden. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.